Okay, here it is, the long-awaited Finwing Penguin. I've taken a couple of weeks to build it so that I make sure I get it right. I haven't used the standard decals because I actually came across these tribal ones and I like them a bit better. I would have liked to have put them further up here, but as it is, that's where they are, so not to worry. I've got some more coming. I can move them if I feel the need. As you can see, it's a very big plane. That table is just over 1.5 meters in length. It's almost 2 meters, and as you can see, the plane takes up quite a bit of it, at 1.2 odd meters in length and 1.7 meters in wingspan. I don't have the 3-blade prop on it because I'm told the 2-blade works just as well, and in fact it probably works a little bit better for the purposes I'm going to use it, but the 3-blade is certainly a good option for this aircraft. I've got some custom stickers and decals. As I said, it doesn't have the standard custom stickers and decals. What it does have though, that is standard, is room. Let me tell you, the amount of room in this aircraft is amazing. Just looking at the top here, we have the cockpit, the foam cockpit area. It's also made of EPO foam. The whole plane's made of EPO foam. As you can see, it's got a nice cutout there for the ESC. It sits up in the tower and cools the motor and the ESC quite well. Down underneath, it has its own built-in landing gear. As you can see, 2 wheels at the front and there's one right down the back. I haven't taped up the servos and whatnot yet, so you can see that where they're placed, and I made up my own rods, control rods, and I put ball joints on the servo horn so that all that's nice and secure. You can see I've got the replay XD 1080 camera mounted on the front for the high definition. I've got the pan and tilt camera mounted in the central piloting position. I've got my DragonLink antenna coming up through. That's a place where you can actually, if you need to, or if you'd like to, put a video transmitter, but of course I've got mine in the middle of the tail boom. Now if we remove the canopy, that's going to come off fairly easily for us. You'll see it's quite messy with wires, I apologise, but this is the creme de la creme. Look at the amount of room inside this aircraft. This is amazing. Absolutely incredible piece of detail. If we go right down the back there, you can see I've got the Hornet. Let's move some of these wires out of the way. You can see that I've got the Hornet and the FY31 down there, the Hornet OSD and the FY31, and that's over the dome. If I just take you to the outside, there's actually a dome underneath here where you can fit another camera. Because that's right on the CG, I've placed the, or just in front of it, that's where I've placed the FY31 autopilot system. I've removed the standard Velcro off the bottom because it's actually the loop side of it, not the hook, and I've placed my own there. And I've put a number of other little modifications in there. Obviously I've got the AAT, the Skylark AAT, which is the auto antenna tracking system, and that's the module for it there that goes up to the GPS, which is mounted right up the front in underneath the nose cone there. Now notice the cutaways there for air to get in, and there's a tunnel. If you have a look right up the back, you probably can't see it because it's going to be behind the spar for the wings, but right up the back is where I've got, you can just see it in the middle there, right up in there is where I've got the DragonLink system. You can just see the white, the clear shrink wrap, and the battery and all connects to here, which obviously goes on to the battery. Now the battery is the most impressive aspect of this. Some people might like to fly with a couple of 2200s or even a couple of 3600s or maybe even a couple of 5000s, which is a good amount of power, and it will work. It will work with this plane, mate. No doubt about it. You will fit those in here with ample room and weight. I've got an 8,000 milliamp hour, and I'm going to try and get a 10,000 milliamp hour 3S for this system. It will take a 4S, and weight-wise, I think it will take a 4S as well, because with the 8,000 milliamp hour 3S and everything that you see here, it weighs in at 1,900 grams. It could easily take another 300 grams just based on the manufacturer's specs, and it might even be able to take, you know, another 500 grams depending on how you want to look at it. This is certainly a very well made plane. If you look at the 3-ply on each of the control surfaces, it is there. Certainly on the tail, on the elevator, the horizontal and vertical stabs, of course, and inside as well. Believe it or not, where these bits of Velcro are, in here, behind them, although I've re-glued it back down, but behind them, right along that Velcro line there, is some plywood. So it's not just connected to the fuse or the EPO, it's actually connected to plywood that's mounted in the EPO, which of course also creates additional structural support. So that's a brief overview of this plane. I'm going to maiden it, and I'm hoping that maiden will be successful. That said, I have seen this plane, not this particular plane, but this model of plane, have several quite heavy, hard crashes and survived very well. So look, that's my brief review of this aircraft. I have to say, it has got all the bells and whistles. It has got absolutely everything that I want and some. It's a wonderful looking unit. It's huge. I can't impress upon you how big this is just by saying it's big, but I'm a pretty big guy. There's my hand, and it goes all the way down to the back of the FY31 AP quite comfortably, quite easily in there to get at bits and pieces quite the way along. Honestly, it does it no justice on camera. They say cameras put 10 pounds on people. Well, it takes 10 pounds off of this. Okay, again, they say cameras put 10 pounds on people. It takes 10 pounds off of this. So hopefully everybody gets a good look at it, and everybody's as impressed with it as I am. Now, I understand they're going to be available in Australia very soon, the first week of January or so, I'm told. So yeah, keep an eye out, and I'll put the website up as soon as it's made available to me, and I'm able to provide that. Okay, thanks very much for your time. Enjoy.